In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this Eye of Sauron or Tony tower. Hope you like it. So here are some of the supplies for this project. I have the peanuts container. This was gotten from Aldi, and I've removed at least a portion of the label. I have a small little light that was taken off of a Halloween toy. This is the kind of Halloween toy where they have the kids with a little light at the bottom of it. I don't quite remember the name of it or where I got it. I think it was Walmart. And these are some glass stones that I picked up real cheap at a garage sale. I think for maybe $1 for the whole bunch of them. And I'm gonna get the label off, and actually this took a long time to get that label off. And of course I have my phone as well, because the phone was actually part of the Tabletop Crafters Guild requirement. And I'm gonna basically cut out a shape around the cell phone so that it fits into a nice little kind of like box with a window out in the open, and it'll be sitting up on the top like so. And I'm gonna get all that measured out, and it's important to actually have the phone there for reference for all of this. And I'm gonna use a straight edge with a box cutter to cut out the lines. Also use some scissors, and of course I edited it out for time, but making sure all the things are nice and straight. And here's the part of the portion of the box that's going to be covering everything, so you can't tell it's necessarily a cell phone. And I use that as a template to make the rear portion of it, and again just cutting it out using scissors to do that. Actually this helps. I mean, it's just cardboard, don't necessarily need the box cutter for this. And then I'm going to cut out the interior edges, which is about the width, or slightly more width than the cell phone. Here I'm trying to cut out a hole in the bottom to put that light in, and I'm using a Dremel, and this was a bad idea, and I ended up actually having to use a drill out in the garage to actually cut out that hole, and here's that hole right there. The plastic on this particular container is very heavy, so that's why the Dremel didn't work, but the light will go in the bottom like that. And here I am getting it all glued together, just using hot glue here. Being careful to use hot glue quickly because it does dry quickly. Cutting off the nibs on the ends so that everything fits. And now hot gluing that particular component on top of what will be the tower, which was the peanut container. And I'm now putting in hot glue on the corrugated edges of the cardboard so you really can't tell, as well as adding in some texture on it as well. And now I'm gonna get out my little glass stone pieces and glue them all on, and selecting the ones that I thought were appropriate. And it will end up getting more glue, hot glue on it, as some raised textured areas until it looks something like this. And then I'm going to actually use the Dremel for something better, which is to carve some little indentations, little cracks, if you will, throughout the surface of the plastic. And of course you need to be wearing proper safety equipment, eyewear for this. And I found a red amongst my paints that actually matched the top of the container, so I figured let's just go and use that, because I wanted to use kind of red anyways. So I'm gonna paint that all up, all that cardboard up. Of course not the interior portion, because no one's gonna see that because the cell phone's going to be in there. And then I create a little red wash with just that same red paint and some water. That's all put together, and it goes just all over the container. And here you can see how I'm now going to be using some neon green. This is the same neon green that I used on my chomper project, which you can also find on my channel. I'll try to get the link in as well. And here I'm just doing some kind of light dry brushing that turned out to be more than light dry brushing, as well as getting some details on the actual tower itself, coloring more bits on there. And it's going to look something like that. Okay, so here it is, all completed, and I actually have the lights off now, and that little light that I got from the toy, Halloween toy, on the bottom there, so it lights up real nice good effect. And let's talk a little bit about some of the details on here, get the lights on. I've added some miniatures here for scale. Little pirates miniatures, the zombies I got from that zombie game, and the small figurine here is the size of a Lego figurine. This is a Lego from the Friends collection. The phone here, it's an old phone, and all that is just a picture of my eye. Obviously, if you wanted to go and have something different, you could just go get some clip art or the actual picture of Sauron's eye off the internet. I chose this to use my eye because I thought it fit better for the project, as well as not having to worry about any copyright infringement issues with the video. And plus I wanted to be kind of original, and having the kind of the fleshy tones that I have on my eye kind of matches the kind of almost fleshy tones on the piece itself. Let's come off of there so you can see this without the light. And to give you an idea of the detail on it, ultimately we had all these little cracks and stuff like that I put in with the Dremel, and the highlighted areas that I put the paint on was with the hot glue, and the Dremel allowed me to make all these nice runes that I put in. It's just random. There's no real meaning to any of that. If you really wanted to do real runes, and you could go get, I'm sure, real runes. Just go get yourself a Necromonicon if you wanted to, or just look up runes on an internet search. I also did paint over the gold, the pieces of glass. I painted over those pieces of glass as well. Hope you like this video. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Also, if you're interested, you can check out my other site, my other channel, which is a video gaming channel, kind of unrelated to anything on here, but you can see the little chomper that I made previously on that channel. On this channel, you can actually see it on the other channel in the background. I have it sitting up on the backdrop. Hope to see all of you again real soon. Take care.